No, that's not.
This meeting is being live streamed. Hi, meeting.
It is being live streamed. Hello, everybody in Facebook Live. Happy 2024 to you and your own. We are the Podguyz podcast, bringing it to you live as we do every Monday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. I'm Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary here.
Of course, we have the ever-loving Picasso. He puts the O in 2024. Les Sparky.
And Sparky says hi from the big board for our non-viewing audience. Sparky is the local artiste here at the Podguyz podcast.
He is bringing it into the new year with some new crayons, new pens, and new paper? New board? No?
Maybe a bigger board. I don't know. We'll have to get a bigger one.
Well, yeah. Well, if it's in the budget, of course. How was everybody's Christmas? Was it good?
Yeah, you know, just hung out, dude. I don't really get too much into Christmas or buying Christmas presents really, or receiving Christmas presents.
I know. I need to air out our grievances, Kevin, because we didn't get our presents.
What grievances? Go ahead. Air them out. Get away.
Well, Kevin, we didn't get presents.
Oh, you wanted presents? What are you?
I thought we were friends. I thought we were co-workers here.
We're always friends before co-workers.
All right.
That is the no, I don't really give out presents, dude. You know that. I got some more. I got some more honey wine brewing, of course, but I don't drink it. Yeah.
You sent me one Shiba coin. That was it.
One of these days, that will be worth.
That'll be worth more than 10 cents. Sparky, how about yourself?
The normal.
The normal. Fantastic. We're all losers. Get on the loser train.
Get on the loser train, darling.
Let me just start this out by saying we had a fantastic 2023 with some amazing people that have, definitely graced our airwaves. And, big shout out to each and every one of our guests. There's way too many to name, but just a couple rolling off the top of my head. Big shout out to Birdcat for last week. And, of course, Colt McCoy. Two big names in the rap country industry. Big shout out to them. Check them out on Spotify. Of course, even before that, Les Garner, who's a great artist as well, who, Pedro Pascal, another great name. I'm trying to think of who else we had.
Well, Tony, we did have over 50 guests in 2023 arrive on the Podguyz podcast here.
That's true.
So how are we starting off the new year?
How are we? What was
that? Well,
this
is starting out the new year, Sparky.
We're starting off the new year with 0 right now. 0 guests the new year, but there are times that we have 2 people on, 2 different interviews on. But we're starting off with a good old 0. We're starting off at ground 0. That verbiage hasn't been used enough.
I do have guests planned, Sparky. I just didn't want them on our New Year's Eve extravaganza.
Yes, Sparky. Where is that? Why
are you ruining our party, jerk?
I remember all the guests that Sparky wanted us to have on, and I can name them all. Anyways, that's all of them. And yeah, he's fucking drawn right now.
Hey, usually at the beginning of the year we do a something a little special. It's despicable from the taste of the norm, but we call it our celebrity death pool, of course.
Death pool,
celebrity death pool, and unfortunately in 2023 we've lost quite a few people, and it is very sad to see them go. And shoot, man. Some crazy names up on that list, such as David Crosby, Jim Brown, Jimmy Buffett.
Richard Belzer. Richard Belzer is one of them. Pee Wee Herman, everybody went crazy for.
Raquel Welch.
Burt Young, Raquel Welch, yeah.
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner, Tommy Smothers of the Smother Brothers. He is dead. No longer alive.
Tony Bennett.
Richard Mole.
Richard Mole.
Alan
He
Arkin.
played Bull on Night Court, the bailiff.
He did.
Yep, Richard Mole played the bailiff on Night Court. Lisa
He
Loring.
was also the gym teacher in the Chuck Norris classic movie Sidekicks.
He was, yeah.
Yeah. He played in quite a few movies, actually, believe it or not.
He was, you know what? It was, I think Richard Mole had the same agent as John Larroquette because for some odd reason, John Larroquette has always been able to find work no matter what. Even in the most minor of role where John Larroquette played a coma patient on the TV series House, where I'm just like, how are you still relevant while being a subpar actor, in my opinion?
Oh, yeah.
He
even got recast into the same role for the new Night Court.
See how that works? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just it makes his character look like he didn't go anywhere, you know. And
that's what it is.
Night Court just doesn't work like that at all, you know, in reality. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of Gordon Lightfoot is another notable mention. The sun went down on Gordon Lightfoot, unfortunately. But yeah, the Norman Lear passed away. It's just a lot of what we like to call low point people. Low point. The way the death pool works is you take their age, you subtract it from 100, and that's how many points you get for the death pool. I think Randy Floyd won that.
Yeah, my buddy Randy won the one for 2023. Yeah,
It was his big knockout out of the park. I picked a couple of wrestlers this time around. Hulk Hogan's still alive, Ric Flair's still alive, so I really big missed on that.
that is what it is.
We can't be 100% all the time there, Tony.
That's what they tell me. I don't believe they're right though.
But my streak still continues. I have at least one person die on my list every year so far since the death pool started.
You hear that, FBI? You hear that, FBI? FBI, are you listening right now? Sparky has one person die on his list every year.
You gotta still explain the rules of the death pool. Rule number 1 is we can't cause the death or accidental dismemberment to anybody that we pick on our list. So
that's true,
right, Sparky? Rule number 1: no direct interference. So that just makes you think: who is Sparky using for his hitman?
Well, some people claim I was trying to use Jeremy Renner's snowplow driver.
Who? Oh my God!
Jeremy Renner's snowplow driver.
Hey, there was another big headline that just came out not too long ago as well with Gypsy Rose being released from jail. And apparently,
what is the full story on that, Tony? Gypsy Rose, for people that don't know who Gypsy Rose is, wasn't she poisoned by her mother for years and years, and then she ended up killing her mother and went to jail for that?
So the whole thing behind there was a movie that had come out on, I believe it was Hulu. I'm pretty sure it was Hulu. And what happened was her mom was actually feeding into her psychosis of making it seem like her daughter is ill all the time. Yeah. So she would feed her pills, making her lose her hair.
Come help my disabled daughter. There you go. Sparky draws a picture of two stick figures, one visibly in a wheelchair type thing. So Gypsy Rose Blanchard grew up with her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, making claims about her health that resulted in a series of dire diagnoses and medical interventions. However, Gypsy wasn't actually unwell. Her mother had been lying about her symptoms. Experts believe Dee Dee's behavior stemmed from the medical disorder Munchausen syndrome by proxy because Dee Dee wanted to be a caretaker. She So she induced illness in her daughter. The truth about Gypsy and her mother only came out after Gypsy arranged for an online boyfriend to murder Dee Dee in
Yeah, to
2015.
kill her mom.
Yeah, and so I guess Gypsy found out, and that's a weird thing to name your daughter. You name like a fucking cat Gypsy, okay? You don't name a person Gypsy. Normally, we just don't do that kind of stuff. So Gypsy Rose, who was born 1991, was a baby when Dee Dee claimed her daughter had sleep apnea. When Gypsy was 8 years old, Dee Dee described her as suffering from leukemia and muscular dystrophy. How fucking rare is that, by the way? Just throwing it out there. No one wanted to check the background on that idea, and said she required a wheelchair and feeding tube. The best way to just like not feed your kids, Tony, is to just tell them that I need a tube for this. You don't get to do the whole airplane into the spoon thing. You just hook up the fucking tube and say, "There you go."
Yeah.
And
She was only actually sentenced to 10 years in prison for the murder of her mother.
Yes, yeah. Yet, well, here's the truth. The truth was that Gypsy could walk, didn't need a feeding tube, and didn't have cancer. Her head was bald only because her mother shaved off her hair. Experts
She actually told her, "Oh, you have bald spots, and it would look better if you shaved it."
You shaved it? Oh, wow. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Experts believe Dee Dee had a mental illness known as Munchausen syndrome by proxy. And Munchausen syndrome makes you be an asshole to your daughter. Just a total jerk.
If not everyone. Yeah.
And everyone. Which made her fabricate her daughter's health. Now, this is pretty tough because eventually Gypsy Rose found out that her mother was lying to her about the whole thing, got so upset, and I don't know, I guess she told some guy to fucking kill her.
Her boyfriend.
It was another online boyfriend she met.
Yeah.
What happened is she tried running away a first time and her mother caught her and actually severely punished her, took away her phone and internet and everything. So what happened is she met this new guy because she was sneaking around with a fake Facebook account, and she started dating him, and they set up to get the mother. And
see that, Tony? There's always been the help of lonely, creepy internet men to kill somebody's mother, to eventually set a woman free.
Or man. I would never. Just
yeah. So Dee Dee told Gypsy's father, Rod Blanchard, that their daughter had a chromosomal disorder that had led to many health issues. He complimented Dee Dee for her devoted care. When some of Dee Dee's family noticed that Gypsy didn't seem to need a wheelchair and asked questions, Dee Dee said, "Shut the fuck up! She needs a chair! You jerk! Get out of my house!"
Stop it.
There you go. And Sparky's showing the real life depiction, but now I got magic legs to get you.
It's the magic legs.
Put Simple Jack and Forrest Gump together. I got my magic legs.
There she is, beating what's his name out of his wheelchair.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. Get on the ground.
Lieutenant Dan.
Not Lieutenant Dan.
Here we go. In 2011, Gypsy tried to get away from her mother by running away with a man she'd met at a science fiction convention.
Yeah.
You see, and that man was not Tony Kaz, but I'm sure he was there.
You know what? This is funny.
I got this feeling that
you know what is funny? Still the fact that even nerds still get pussy.
Tony was probably at the science fiction convention complaining that the wheelchair girl got to cut line.
God damn it. That happened to me once too. I was pissed.
Of course.
They were going in line for autographs. And we were waiting around. We were actually waiting around for The Arrow Star.
Did you know that they had an illness, or did you think that they were just cosplaying as Professor X poorly?
Maybe both.
Like, hey, look at they got fucking Ironside and Professor X cut in front of me here. What the hell's
Yeah.
going on?
That's messed up, Kevin.
What are you talking about? I'm just depicting your reality, Tony.
Yeah, true. So anyways, we were waiting in line for for the Arrow Star. Excuse me. Oh God, what the hell is his name? Freaking da. Oh God, what the Stephen Amell. That's his name. We were waiting in line for Stephen Amell, and there's probably like, I don't know, 400 people in line, give or take. New York Comic Con, you know. And that was the year that the Green Arrow was really, really popular. And I'm standing in line, and we're probably, I don't know, I have to say at least 40 to 50 people in the front. So in the front row. So I waited a long time. And all of a sudden, there comes like 12 wheelchairs. and I thought it was really cool, actually. It was really, really nice for them to actually get all of the people who were in wheelchairs and, you know, special needs people and stuff like that out in the front of the line quickly in order to get autographs.
Why did you think it was cool?
Why did I think it was nice?
Yeah.
Because it's a classy move.
It's actually the opposite of a classy move.
Explain. I'm ready.
I will explain. So here's what they did, Tony. They said, quick, let's get these people out as quick as possible. Have them cut every line and get them out of here.
Just because they were handicapped or special needs.
Hey, you know what? The handicap and the special needs are just like you and I, except they have special needs and they're handicapped.
Fucked up, Kevin.
I'm just saying, man, if they wanted them there, they would have kept them in the same long lines as everybody else. Being that they fast tracked them. Dude, if I'm going somewhere, right?
Yeah.
If I'm going somewhere and they say, hey, pal, get over here. Look at you. Get in the front of the line. I would say to myself, what are you talking about getting in the front of the line? They say, no. Get in the front of the line. You're special. You should be in the front of the line. I would feel like I wasn't wanted there. Like, come on. Like I did nothing to get in the front of the line. So I would feel like they're trying to get rid of me, you know. Hey, meet this guy. Hey, meet this guy. And then by the time I know it, my day is already over with. Done. And then your parents that have been poisoning you for years are like, hey, Gypsy, you got to meet Stan Lee. Isn't that great?
And you were first in line.
And you were first in line everywhere. Amazing. Let's skip the line. Let's skip.
Maybe that's the racket. Maybe that's the racket in order to get first in line for everything.
I think that is the racket because then that makes they do that at Disneyland too. So that way,
yeah.
You know, it is they move them all along.
I was gonna share a story, but it's really messed up.
Do it, Tony. Even though it's messed up, you know, we are at the beginning of 2024. We got to start off at the messed up area first and make our way downward.
All right. And so once upon a time, I was married.
Okay.
And me and my wife at that time, we went down to Disney World, and she was having a hard time with her leg, and we had to push her around in a wheelchair. And even though she can get up and walk around and do things, we actually got escorted to the front of every line because she was in a wheelchair, but could get up on her own and walk into whatever that we were going to. Yeah.
I think we touched upon I think we touched upon Gypsy Rose just enough. To be honest
No
with you.
comment. No Kevin. No comment, Kevin.
No. You basically just said that your wife got to cut the line. Your ex-wife got to cut the line a couple times.
But we did it together.
You should. Well, yeah, because you were there.
Well, yeah.
They're like, "Hello, caretaker." Oh, so you're yeah.
Yeah. Everybody that was there.
It's the Anderson Cooper does tequila shot on live TV, immediately regrets it. He does not take his liquor down well. I guess he was coughing and all over the place.
Well, I guess he said, "Oh, this is a bad idea," 5 times before he actually took the shot, and it was hilariously funny. I don't know if you'd seen the video, but
any New Year's resolutions, Tony?
my only resolution is to be more orderly. Be more orderly. And I think that's a pretty fair New Year's Eve resolution. And I feel like people don't do that well. And the only reason why I say that is because, like, if you're into scheduling, if you're into charting down what you need to do, even to make a plan for yourself, regardless if it's your entertainment career, your music career, your podcasting career, writing jokes, whatever you may do in life, make sure that you're writing things down and getting more organized. And I think that's my number one.
Number one. That Casey Kasem's number one. Be more orderly.
I think that's my number one New Year's Eve resolution this year. How about you, Kevin?
Well, Tony, I normally come up with a New Year's resolution on Martin Luther King Day because I give myself a 15-day bubble to think of a way to improve myself. I did this years ago, and I think that it's the better way to go about it for myself personally. So, about 5 years ago, I set up a goal for myself to quit drinking alcohol. I don't drink.
Yeah, it's worked out well.
On Martin Luther King Day, it will be 5 years of sobriety. So I would say once again is to continue my sobriety. That's number one. No drinking, no smoking cigarettes at all, and the biggest resolution is to marry.
By the way, you could buy Neary Moonshine at any. You
can buy Neary Mead. Neary Mead. That would be yeah. You know what? I should make my own beer called Near Beer.
Yeah.
Non-alcoholic Near Beer. The second resolution is to marry my fiance Janisa this year. When she gets over here and all of our stuff is ready to roll, which it's ready to roll. We just need to have her physical taken and all that nice stuff.
Is it love, Kevin? Is it love?
Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love? Yes,
you said you're going to get physical with her?
What happened, Sparky?
You said you're going to get physical with her?
Olivia Newton-John has nowhere to do with music.
Let's get physical.
So that's another thing on the list. We're going to revamp the website, the Podguyz podcast website.
That's a big one this year, man. I really need to get on top of that. I really neglected that this year.
You know what? We did a lot. We did a lot. We'll recap what we did last year. We did 50 different interviews. We did
50 different interviews, 50 different actually I think that number is a little deflated. We had probably about 55 guests in general, because we've had multiple guests on at multiple times, and we've only missed, I want to say, 4 weeks in general throughout last year.
Yeah.
Where we didn't have a guest on.
Yeah, we've been all over, man. Like I would say 50, 51, something to that degree. We did 51 episodes. We took off for Christmas because it's Christmas. You guys aren't gonna really want to watch for Christmas. Give it.
Well, Sparky.
Yeah.
Kevin's frozen.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anywho, so you guys look at him with his De Niro face, though.
It looks like he just got done sucking on a lemon.
Oh my God. Like a bag of dicks. Anywho,
Anybody, if anybody want to make a comment on what Kevin looks like, please feel free. Leave a comment in the bottom of our section.
I'm waiting for his hairy mole to pop out of his right cheek with that picture right there. That looks great. And there he goes. Yo, he's going to be so pissed when he comes back. I love it. Of course, I got this fantastic t-shirt for the Christmas holidays. That's right, Sparky. It says, of course I'm right. I'm Tony. How about you? What is that? That says only you can save the galaxy. And of course, it's a Star Wars related holiday.
Recycling.
Very nice. Very nice.
No, recycling.
Recycling? Nice. There he comes back.
Yeah, we'll get Kevin to finish off his New Year's resolution, then we'll get to me.
Yeah, of course.
As soon as he comes back.
Well, welcome to the internet, where the fun times happen.
Is to upgrade his internet.
Are we upgrading the internet to us?
It just kicked me off the stream for no apparent reason.
Yeah, you lagged right out and then gone.
Yay. Totally, it's all right.
And now you're in grainy video.
Huh?
Your video is grainy.
Grainy right now?
Yeah, grainy.
Yeah,
like you're not in 1080p.
I'm in 186p.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like 820.
Yeah, fuck it. Anyways,
whatever.
So we got the New Year's resolutions down. We did do a lot as far as 51 episodes last year of the Podguyz podcast. I did several comedy shows in and outside the Pennsylvania Northeastern area. We get a lot done while working a bunch of jobs and transitioning to other jobs and all that nice crap that I'm doing right now. And
how many commercials did we shoot?
We had the one epic commercial for the Podguyz podcast, and we had the couple shorts going on.
We did have 3. Yeah, couple shorts. They were nice. Of course, we're going to reshoot a couple this year, and we'll bring that back as well. And we'll have to schedule some time to reshoot some fun, epic commercials, of course.
Tony also knows that I have $1 million idea of a website that I've already been worked on, and
that's true. And what is that idea, Kevin?
The idea is the name of the website is fuckjoebiden2024.com. Now, I don't have
not political related, by the way. Not political.
Not at all. It's not the Joe Biden you all think of. Okay. Different Joe Biden. I have to explain that.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. 2024.com.
Yeah. So I never, and it's not the president Joe Biden. I never got along with his kid. Joe Biden.
Yeah. Sparky, how about yourself, buddy? Go ahead, Kevin. You got this.
What do I got? Oh, okay. After you dump Travis, call me. I will help you with the song. Who will get the ring first?
Of course, he's talking about Taylor Swift.
All right, all right.
Yeah, that's right. That's going to be Sparky's next concubine. Yeah, that's a good word for it, concubine. Sparky's going to keep her in the basement.
Shh, you're not supposed to tell me about my dungeon.
Oh, of course, we're going to run the legitimate competition to win a date with Sparky competition once more time this year.
Yeah, we never got that. We never really got the win a date with Sparky competition off the ground.
I know. Nobody thought it was real.
I think we should run the competition, win a guest hosting spot with the Podguyz while Sparky's on vacation.
Ooh.
Yeah, something of that extra.
Actually, that might work out. Might work out to our advantage. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You can be a guest host spot on the Podguyz podcast. All you have to do is just send us your name and information, and we'll be happy to audition you for the particular third spot while Sparky's on vacation this year.
Oh,
You can send all of your.
Now, should we tell Sparky now or later? I think we should tell him now while we're live to see how his reaction is. Sparky, we are, so we can see what his react. There we go. So Sparky, we are coming out with our own Podguyz podcast Funko toys this year.
Yeah. Yeah, Sparky's in.
Yes, Sparky. So that way, not only will we have them, but they will be allowed for repurchase at the podguyzpodcast.com.
Yes.
Repurchase as well.
So people can buy and play with me.
Yeah, they could buy singles or a triple pack with all of us. Or you could play with your favorite podcaster, numero uno, solo.
Do you think that we sold out in other years? We are going full sellout this year coming up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, speaking of love and selling out, there's an interesting topic in the news this week. All about firm wood, Kevin.
How firm?
The confused look on your face says, firm wood? What are you talking about?
What kind of wood are we talking about? Birch wood?
We might be talking about birchwood.
What is the story, Tony? What's going on?
Well, there's a fun-filled story on unilad.com, of course, of a woman coming out as an ecosexual, Kevin.
Ecosexual.
She's an ecosexual.
I think I saw this on the Podguyz podcast Facebook fan page here.
That is
ecosexual.
She's in a relationship, Kevin. She's in love.
She's in love with the tree.
See, she took the musical version of "I'm in Love with the Stripper."
So what happened? Wait. So how did this come to fruition? Did her gynecologist say, "I don't know how you keep getting splinters down here in your vagina"? Went a little something like that, right?
See, she was too nice because she's Canadian to say no.
She probably had sap between her twat. God, I'm looking for it here.
The lovely 45-year-old British Columbian Sonia Semyonova. She lives in Vancouver Island in Canada, and she was experiencing feelings of loneliness when she stumbled upon a unique connection with an oak tree. That's right, Kevin. I said an oak tree.
Okay.
She would take long, candid walks amid the coronavirus pandemic. However, it wasn't until last year when she just began to have erotic experiences with a tree.
I see it now.
She explains, I was walking a path. And I'm gonna try to do this in a Russian dialect because she sounds Russian. I don't know, even though she's Canadian.
Probably French Canadian.
I doubt that she was French Canadian with a Russian accent or a Russian name like that.
I mean, you could just do no accent. That's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna do no accent then. She
You're
said
like,
I was walking.
I'm going to do this in a French accent for no particular reason.
She said I was walking a path near the tree 5 days a week for the whole winter. So there she was, just walking a path where she found this tree, where she said, that's the hardest wood.
This is I'm where you're at right now, Tony. I have to pick up. You mind if I pick up here?
Please.
So here, this is a little tough here. So she says, I would lie against it. There was an eroticism with something so big. Eroticism with something so big and so old. Holding me back. Now, Tony, if she wanted something big and old, she goes for you then, right?
Sure.
She's literally describing you in
Sparky is far older than me, right?
But he's not big.
No.
He's not tall.
True.
Sonia was looking to find a person who made her feel such a way, but ultimately she says she ended up finding it with a tree. Well, I guess when you fuck the whole town, the only
the only thing that can fill that cavernous void is a stump.
Yeah. So Sonia says the feeling of being tiny and supported by something so solid, the feeling of not being able to fall. She continues, I had been craving that rush of erotic energy that comes when you meet a new partner, and that is not sustainable. However, despite her erotic energy with the tree, that's not to say she had a physical sexual relationship with the oak. Sonia notes, there's a big misconception with ecosexuality that it means people have sex with a tree. However, she says it's a different way to explore the erotic. She adds, to watch the changing of the seasons is to me an erotic act. You go from death in winter and then everything comes back alive in the spring and mates. There are similarities between sex with people, the eroticism the ecosexuals feel with nature, but they're not the same. And well, if on the off chance you're now questioning whether you're an ecosexual, Sonia argues, we are all ecosexuals. Blah, blah, blah. It's kind of tricky here, Tony, because
Kevin, I can honestly take it or leave it.
I have a feeling she's high. I'm just throwing it out there. I've never heard somebody on pure air talk this way.
I don't know, Kevin. I'm stumped, to be honest.
If you were stumped, she'd be humping you.
That's probably true.
She'd be on you.
She'd be having tantric sex with my stump.
It's like, hey, why is mama fucking the tree? Oh, son. You know what, Tony? On another note, real quick, this is how Pinocchio's happen.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you're not wrong. Marky, what do you got on the big board, sir?
Hey, this tree goes both ways. I will name you Madonna.
Oh, adorable. Yeah.
I love the detail into the tree there too, Sparky. That is probably one of the best tree drawings I've ever seen in my life.
Wow, that stump is so erect.
That is I am now hard just by looking at that naked tree. Put the sensors on there for Sparky's naked tree. The one story I love that Tony put on the Podguyz podcast fan page right here, and there's a lot going on with this one.
Ooh,
and you know which one I'm talking about, Tony, right?
I do.
Spanish Bishop 52, who quit clergy to be with erotic fiction writer, sexologist lover. 38 is accused of being possessed as he finds new job exporting pig semen. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. And why is he
That-
just an exporter? You would figured he would import pig semen as well. No, not so much.
I'm guessing he owns a pig and he imports the pig semen to be exported. How does he get the pig semen?
First off, if you ever go to Indeed and you're filling in for the job of pig jerker offer,
I'm guessing
does
for
that pay? What's the pay on that?
well, it feels like he it feels like he may have worked for Vandalay Industries, the import export.
Importing and exporting, yeah. Yeah.
The
But I think the major thing was, and not even major thing, he was 52, bishop, 52-year-old bishop, and he was with his 38-year-old lover, erotic fiction writing sexologist.
now, do Spanish bishops also just move diagonally?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Just making
Like this down in age, but not like
Okay.
this.
It was a very bad chess joke right there.
Yeah, and more of a child rape thing deal. Right at the very end.
Like the cops are like, quick, we can get him. We know where he's been. Being that he's a bishop, he will move diagonally. It's like, dude, that's not how what?
No,
In the fucking shitty show.
not how it works.
Numbers or whatever.
But he is now being possessed as he finds his new job in the pig semen exporting industry. So question, I guess if you're into pig semen importing, exporting, does that mean you get possessed all the time?
I don't know. No idea. I think
just off the handle. Just off the handle.
You know what I think, Tony? I think that he's trying to get back in the church. And he said to the church people, he said something like,
I've made some bad choices.
No, he's Spanish, which, I want to give everybody a quick example of the Spanish and just how the English have gotten this bad rap, as they deserve, for being a little aggressive over the years. We'll call it. Smidge aggressive when it comes to boating and conquering. Here's one for you though, Tony. Did you know what we know as Mexico and the continent of South America? Did you know that they didn't speak Spanish
at all?
At all. That wasn't a thing. That was not going on. None of it. None of it was happening until Spain.
Yeah.
Sparky, flip that picture around right there. Meanwhile, at the pig semen plant.
But I'm gargling for filtering.
Hey, are you fired for drinking on the job? You are fired for drinking on the job. Oh God. Is now for our non-viewing audience out there, Sparky has drawn a person who is gargling pig semen in the left-hand panel right there, and the other person is firing that person for drinking the pig semen on the job. There's no drinking on the job when dealing with the exportation of pig semen on the Spanish docks, especially if you are an excommunicated priest.
There's a non-gargling mentality at that job, okay? And you just can't. You need to draw a line somewhere.
I've been watching a lot of clips right now just to change up subjects of the GOP debates. Tony, are you keeping an eye on that at all or no?
I am not.
So there's this Vivek Ramaswamy. You ever see that Vivek Ramaswamy?
I have. Yeah.
Vivek Ramaswamy. Man, he's a very
He's trying to eat it up on that floor.
He's a very well. Who do you really have on that floor? You have,
I don't know. He's a good number 2.
you have Chris Christie.
Yeah.
Who's ready to die from a heart attack after he eats another Subway hoagie?
What a piece of shit. You know, Chris Christie, you've always been a piece of shit. You've kept it so whoever likes Chris Christie, you already know is the type of person that has called the cops over you walking in their backyard. But so Vivek Ramaswamy, I guess, he's really creating some waves. Now, you know me, my voter affiliation is non-affiliation. I just wait till everybody does what they're going to do in the primaries, and I go from that point. I do have my own voting rules. If you're a doctor, I'm not going to vote for you because, come on now, we have a shortage of doctors. Go be a doctor. Like, that's not my thing. I know Tony is a long time card-holding member of a certain political party. I'm not going to say which one. I will just say he is a card-holding member of one.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
That's the only card I have.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Yummy Yugi. 2024.
Yeah.
Bulls.
Yeah, but he's creating some waves, I guess. He's the youngest person to be on that stage right now between himself and Nikki Haley, by the way. It's just, so Nikki Haley made this comment when they asked her what the Civil War was about.
Yeah, she's a slimy see you next Tuesday in every way.
She's like what Chris Christie would look like if he was a hot woman, you know?
Yeah.
She's just, so she refused to say that the Civil War was about slavery or to even mention slavery as a thing at all.
Ever.
Ever. You know, like all you really had
There's
to
no
do.
such thing as racism.
Yeah, and so like, I don't know, man. It just it feels like the Republican Party right now is throwing out these options of people. Ramaswamy, Ron DeSantis, or whatever. So Ramaswamy, Ron DeSantis, and now you have, of course, Donald Trump that has been banned from the ballot in Colorado. They've banned him, and now I think they're going to have to unban him from the ballot too.
And Maine.
And Maine as well. Yeah, I was getting there.
Yeah.
So Colorado and Maine are the ones that by the way, if you lose Colorado and Maine, you can still become the president. We don't, for people out there that truly feel like we have a form of democracy out there. We don't. We never have.
Now the funny thing is, the reasoning behind that is because they said he was the ringleader of the insurrection. And according to the Bill of Rights, and I forget what amendment it is, but the 5th or 7th amendment in the Bill of Rights actually says if you are a member of an insurrection, you can't be running for president.
Also, here's another contradiction to that idea. If you see that the government is doing any form of tyranny, you must take them down by force.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you can't run for president, but you are obligated as a patriot to take down any tyrannistic government by force of your own. That's why the Second Amendment is still such a thing. Just throwing it out there. We don't have a government though, Tony. We have corporations that are just boiling up money for themselves constantly. We don't really have democracy. You can go out to the voting booth and press a button. Those buttons might as well go to the same fucking person now.
Do you know who's a shitty corporation right now?
Go ahead.
And you're gonna run the list of the gambit of names. You'll be like, oh, IBM, BlackRock, just to name a couple. But you know who takes the list?
Who takes it?
He takes a list every year on our list here at the Podguyz podcast. Damn you, Kanye. Did you know, Kevin, that he's trying to come out with $400 socks?
We've talked about that, yeah. $400 socks.
We did. So he's a conglomerate. He's trying to get the $400 socks out there, right?
Uh-huh.
But more recently,
you can buy his $400 socks and wear them with the $1,000 sneakers that were brought out by the Ball brothers. The $1,000 sneakers.
Yeah. Or the $600 Yeezys that he sells that are pretty much just Crocs.
Well, think about it. If you add it up, though, his Yeezys and socks are still just as cheap as buying a pair of the big baller brand sneakers.
That's true. So you're getting a bargain. Yeah, you get a bargain with the socks and shoe combination.
Deal. Yeah.
But more recently than that, Kanye has put on his Malibu mansion. Yeah, that's right. You can buy his Malibu mansion for Kanye West on the market for $53 million.
$53 million, Tony. Is that it?
That's all.
Oh, God. I'll buy that tomorrow. Because
now there's a catch to his $53 million mansion. Not only is it on the very eroding California coast right now, but he removed all of the windows and electricity from the building itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did he do that?
Because he's Kanye.
Because he's Kanye.
He is Kanye. I'm trying to find out why somebody would do that. But you know what? I mean, it's Kanye. There's not a lot. There's not a lot that kind of
Well, I forgot an honorable mention in the death pool.
Oh.
Honorable mention. And you would have gotten 79 points for this one. Peanut, the world's oldest chicken, dies at age 21.
Oh, damn.
Chelsea, Michigan. Peanut, the world's oldest chicken, has died at the age of 21. Peanut died at her home in Michigan on Christmas morning. Peanut was born in 2002 when her owner, Mrs. Darwin, peeled Peanut out of her egg, and she said they bonded immediately. I realized she had a phenomenally long life for a chicken. I'm heartbroken nonetheless, Darwin wrote in a blog post announcing Peanut's death. This year, Peanut was given a Guinness World Record title of world's oldest living chicken at age 20. Now, the person that gave her the award looked suspiciously seersuckered like Colonel Sanders, but no suspicion has been caused of Peanut's death.
Sure.
Also, if you ate Peanut the chicken and you have a peanut allergy, you'll be perfectly fine. Peanut was just the name of the chicken.
Yeah.
It was not made of any peanut product at all. Just throwing it out there.
Thank goodness.
Peanut's spirit and antics delighted viewers online and in the media. Darwin continued, she was an incredible little bird. Some might call her a fucking chicken. Well, that's all right. My mom...
Kevin, you're missing the biggest punchline on this.
Go ahead, Tony. Say the biggest punch.
Her owner gave her first drink at 21, and then she died from alcohol poisoning.
There you go. That's probably what happened. Well, Peanut, yeah, about old enough to drink now. There you are. Why isn't Peanut breathing anymore?
Yeah, just that.
I thought you were gonna say some chicken one, like
I was gonna go with a foul joke, but
I was gonna say I thought you were gonna say something like she ruled the roost.
Ooh, that would be pretty nice.
Yeah. Or looks like they have to bury the cock now. Yeah, there's a couple cock jokes in there too.
Yeah, I like the fact that like her owner also did.
Sparky put it in there.
More antics, in that they will be missed because of the 21 years of the peanut being around. Buy my Barbie dream house with a pull and slide and get a chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner.
Peanut on the inside, and clearly there's no walls. You can see on the inside of it.
Yeah, it's a see-through house. I mean, they make them in Michigan. See-through houses. Well, Peanut, from us at the Podguyz podcast, you will be missed. We all didn't have you down on our death pool that we will be doing next week with a couple of different guests on as well to bring us their death pool.
So the peanut get buried or cremated?
I heard you got deep fried.
Deep fried, yeah. Damn it. We're on the same wavelength.
Damn it.
Motherfucker got the chair.
We're doing it live.
Plucked, sauteed, fricasseed.
Now the patent runs out, Tony, for Mickey Mouse. And did you hear about that?
Oh, I did not.
It'll be public domain unless Disney ends up shoving more monies in the
I can do this.
pocket.
I can do this.
For our non-viewing audience, that was Mickey Mouse.
Oh, stop it. Stop it, Minnie.
I like South Park's depiction of Mickey. What the fuck? In a moment, many close observers thought might never come, at least one version of the quintessential piece of intellectual property and perhaps the most iconic character in American pop culture will be free from Disney's copyright as his first scene release, the 1928 short Steamboat Willie featuring both Mickey and Minnie Mouse became available for public use. This is it. This is Mickey Mouse. This is exciting because it's kind of symbolic, said Jennifer Jenkins, a professor of law and director of Duke's Center for the Study of Public Domain, who writes an annual January 1st column for Public Domain Day. I kind of feel like the pipe of the steamboat, like expelling smoke. It's so exciting. Right.
Kevin, you know why they went with Steamboat Willie, right?
Why did they go with Steamboat Willie?
Because Steamboat Dick was already taken.
Ah, yes. Even worse, his Steamboat Cock passed away.
Damn you, Peanut. Damn you.
U.S. law allows a copyright to be held for 95 years after Congress expanded it several times during Mickey's life, coincidentally. It's sometimes referred to as the Mickey Mouse Protection Act, Jenkins said. That's oversimplified because it wasn't just Disney that was pushing for term extension. It was a whole group of copyright holders whose works were set to go into the public domain soon, who benefited greatly from the 20 years of extra protection. Ever since Mickey Mouse's first appearance in 1928 short film Steamboat Willie, people have associated the character with Disney's stories, experience, and authentic products. A Disney spokesperson said in a statement to the Associated Press that will not change when the copyright in the Steamboat Willie film expires. Current artists and creators will be able to make use of Mickey, but with major limits. Now, Tony, they're obviously just pushing for people to use Mickey Mouse now for free. That's perfectly fine by me. One problem I have, again, it's a big problem. They're not creating anything new.
Of
They're
course they are.
they're fighting over old shit. These people who are paid for creativity on the highest of levels could care less about the actual creative process. Now, Tony, think of it like this, dude. Think of it.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Willy Wonka has a new movie out.
A
And
new reinterpretation.
a new reinterpretation. And
Timothy Chalamet.
it looks like a live abortion right now.
Oh, yeah, it's
Timothy
horrible.
Chalamet's. Yeah, did you see it or no?
It's so bad.
Did you? Oh my God.
So bad.
So I just feel like it's already a blend of God, I feel like it's a blend of the old Johnny Depp one. Like just like they said, hey, that was pretty good. Let's tweak it. There's absolutely no realism about it. If you wanted to be if you wanted to treat Willy Wonka the way Gene Wilder did, treat Willy Wonka as an actual person rather than a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Because they're treating him, they're giving him too many cartoon qualities. What was your take on the movie, Tony? What was the beginning? Spoiler alerts. Give me some spoiler alerts on here.
Well, before I spoil anything, Sparky has a picture.
Sparky has a picture.
I am Motorboat Willie. Who wants to go for the ride?
Oh, wow. That doesn't look like Mouse at all there.
Sorry, no mustache rides at the park.
I think that's the fucking funniest thing Sparky's ever gonna make right there. I'm not even joking. Because if you look at it, it looks like one of the Village people, you know, just said,
That's Kanye in the boat with what's her name? His wife.
No, it's like if somebody wanted to redo the cartoon of Motorboat Willie, but they're like, hey guys, we're still gonna keep the script. We still want to do it, but Disney said we can't use Mickey Mouse. So instead we used a man with a large mustache. We used this greasy looking fuck. Sparky's got the COVID.
You definitely do. Now, not to ruin everything.
Ruin everything, Tony. Ruin it all.
No, we're not going to ruin everything.
I want you to ruin.
With dreams of opening up a candy shop, the Willy Wonka, in a city renowned for its chocolate, and of course, a young and poor Willy Wonka discovers that the industry is run by a cartel of greedy chocolatiers. So you have you have many different people trying to run him out of business before he actually gets to that point. And it's more of a
prequel.
It is a prequel of a movie that very much absorbs everything that you would see in the original Willy Wonka, as well as the interpretation of Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka, which was more dark and sinister. But not even the artists themselves enjoyed making the movie, which was even worse. And I can't believe, well, actually, you can believe, what the hell's his name?
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant. Oh my God, Hugh
Does
Grant.
he play one of the Oompa Loompas? Is that?
He is the Oompa Loompa.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You know, I've been saying it for years, man. Hollywood is taking roles away from fat people and little people.
Little people. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Yeah, little people.
They're taking the roles away from them. Now, if you are both fat and a little person, you have no role. Maybe you stand it as a ball. You don't have any role in Hollywood anymore, and it's terrible.
It's just Keegan Michael Key. Keegan, just stop. Just stop.
Key and Peele.
Yeah, Keenan and Peele. He needs to And not that, you know what, he's a great director when it comes to comedy, and especially stage comedy. But if you're trying to make a movie, like there's certain things
Is
that
he the
work
one
and
that
certain
directed
things that
this?
don't work.
Is he the one that directed this, Tony?
Yeah. Um, he also plays in the movie as the chief of police, and I'm trying to think of what else he does. I thought he played two roles, but apparently he was. Ah, come on. God damn it. I would give it a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. I don't want to ruin too much in the movie, just in case people want to go see it.
I think we should say stop watching right now, immediately. Okay, if you don't want any spoilers, because here it comes.
No, I'm not going to ruin it.
I'm doing it.
I'm not
Don't
going to be
worry,
that
I'll
guy.
do it for you, Tony.
No, don't do it.
A 4 out of 10. I'm going to give this a 2 out of 10. A 2
There are
out
signs
of 10.
of brilliance in it. There are signs of brilliance.
What sign? Where was there a sign?
I like the storyline behind the whole movie in general. I thought that the storyline was written mediocre. Not even good. It wasn't good. But it wasn't bad.
So they took a very established book.
Yeah.
With an also very established nostalgic feeling of an old movie done by Gene Wilder, starring as Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Then they said, hey, we'll be better than the Johnny Depp Tim Burton adaptation of it, which we all saw Tim Burton's range. There was none. Tim Burton's, you know what? If you put Tim Burton's version of Willy Wonka in Alice in Wonderland, we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Practically the
zero.
same.
Yeah.
Same CGI used. It wasn't. There's not enough going on there. So for all the concreteness of this whole story for all of it, for all the failed proofs that have already been set up for it, all of them, they somehow failed to deliver something you can get excited about, something that you say, you know what, I want to go back and watch that again in the movies, because there hasn't really been a movie like that in a while. You have, it's not even on the scenes that I saw, Tony, there is not even storytelling going on there. It's lined up as if we're watching a live Broadway play. And that takes away any realism that could have been a part of the character's actual backstory. What I wanted, you could have gone younger on Wonka too. You could have gone Wonka at the age of Charlie. Okay?
Sure.
I wouldn't have minded that. Where
Yeah.
you show him that he's poor, that his parents won't allow him to eat chocolate or something like that. You could have gone that route and gone and made it real gritty to the point where he runs away from home and his only friends are the Oompa Loompas. You couldn't have gone that fucking route. And it would have been more watchable than this fucking abortion. Okay?
Yeah.
Because for the love of God, Tony, they have one job. Okay? They have one job, and it's to already just it's just to take what we could have assumed Willy Wonka was doing before living in a factory. And apparently, before Willy Wonka lived in a factory, he was a fucking time traveler, because everything in that fucking movie looked like it was from the year 50 years after the fact.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
All of it.
The fact that like everybody was nice in the movie, except for the rogues gallery of evil people.
They were English Broadway snobby, which comes off as very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
They were children nice. Tony, it was bullshit. There was nothing in that movie. If I watched movie one, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, whatever that, if I watched Gene Wilder one, and then I watched this one right after, and you were to say which one came first, which one is older, who's the older Willy Wonka, which, you would never assume that these were even close to being the same character. I just I thoroughly think that before doing any more of these adaptation reinterpretations of any kind of movie, I really think that they need to just give it a break.
Yeah. No, Timothy Chalamet is I don't want to say he's a great actor. He's doing well for the industry right now, and they're trying to pop him in as many things as possible to give him a big stepping stone, especially from the Dune movie into his own interpretation of Wonka. I think he's got a couple different things coming out relatively soon, but they're trying to give him the biggest push.
Tony, Sparky's got something there on the big board.
Oh, he does. He does. What do you got there, Sparkles? Johnny Depp as Wonka, or the Mad Hatter, or even the Joker.
Perfect, Sparky. Keep that up there. You see the lack of creativity in Sparky's drawing right there? Yeah. Now, it is actually the most creative thing put out there. It is a perfect depiction of exactly the range of Tim Burton towards Johnny Depp characters.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, he also wore a hat in that other fucking Windows movie too, right? Oh god, whatever the hell the goddamn thing was called.
Yeah.
Secret Window. So
Secret
Window on there too. But yeah, dude, you throw Johnny Depp in a fedora, there you go. There's a new Tim Burton Johnny Depp movie called Who's Shit in My Bed? Huh? There you go. There, we'll call it that. CGI Amber Heard in there, for the love of God. It's it'd be more watchable than this.
It is the truth though. Like Johnny Depp's character from when he did the Willy Wonka movie looks like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland, which all compares to Jack Nicholson's character from the Batman movie. He wore the purple hat and.
See, no, I love on Rotten Tomatoes. They have this fantastic breakdown of film critics.
Oh,
and
boy.
Evan Dossie from the Midwest Film Journal writes, "There are glimmers of eccentric silliness and manic energy that sometimes make it feel like Wonka is heading in its own direction, but the film ultimately takes little risk embodied by its title character," which is 100% true. They focus nothing on the title character, and they try to embody more of the surrounding features of why he was there and what he was doing to get to where he is. I entirely agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna stick with my original statements. I think they should have gone a lot younger with the idea.
Yeah.
If they wanted to have Charlemagne in it, it should have been over a narration, maybe. I don't know, man. It feels like we're never going to see that movie done again.
No.
And now that it was done,
now that it's gone at the three-peat,
the frustration is that it was done wrong.
Yeah.
It was only ever done right with Gene Wilder.
Correct.
And the reason it was done right was because the storytelling it's not that there was that much consistency, okay, with the original. You had old people in a bed. What did they do? Why are they all just hanging out in a bed? What the fuck is going on here?
Damn you, Joe.
So they did brush along a lot of stuff in the original movie. Okay?
Yeah.
Not to say that the original movie was such a damn masterpiece.
Grandpa Joe was a scumbag.
Correct.
Yeah. He should have been the main character in the movie itself. Because who sits in a bed for 30 years just chewing off his fingernails complaining about never having a job, and then gets right up out of bed to go get some free chocolate.
I never thought that I would see. And he starts singing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But all the other old people are like, yeah, he does that all the time.
Yay!
I'm gonna go and take it. It's yeah. So the one, so the the whole movie, even like when you're getting into the mystery of it, Willy Wonka isn't forced down your throat. You're left wanting to see more. You're left with a mystery to this guy, right? He doesn't care that a little fat kid is dying, Tony. He doesn't care a little fat kid is dying in a chocolate river. That doesn't
I mean that fat little Nazi kid?
Yeah, the fat little Nazi kid. He didn't care that he's dying. He doesn't care that the little girl is expanding to almost close to death.
Oh, Violet?
Yes. So what Gene Wilder was able to do is to show so much more concern over the candy. Like, oh yeah, we didn't work all the kinks out on that yet. Too bad. And then more importantly, wants to move along with the tour while ignoring the humanity of others. And
the safety aspect in the OSHA violations were ignored. They were blatantly ignored.
And then you get this creepy fucking song by Little People rolling in there. And we're like, holy shit. Green-haired people painted. What the hell is going on here, right? And they're not given any dialogue at all. The only time you hear them talk is when they sing. And that's how they're communicating with the audience. Not this fucking bullshit where it's just like, oh, hey, I'm also a guy. Like, shut the fuck up. You're an umbalumba. You're meant for the mystery that everyone wanted to know about. Should never have been dived into on a normal spot.
We should wrap this up like the chocolate that it is, Kevin.
Wrapping it up there, my man. We will wrap it up. We'll talk more about it next year, I guess. This year.
True. So if you guys are interested to play along with us, of course, next week we will be picking for the Celebrity Death Pool 2024. Celebrity Death Pool 2024. That's right. You could play along at home. Make sure that you write down your favorites. You could also play along live. If you feel like someone should be taken, of course, just comment who should be taken 2024. Will it be Ozzy Osbourne? Will it be the new King of England? Will it be Sparky? The world may never know. But if you are looking for a Sparky, where can you find us?
You can first find us at thepodguyspodcast.com.
On email address. No way.
No
it's
way.
A very amazing thing, yes.
Email.
But also, you can find us on all major streaming platforms, including iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, Castbox, Pocket Cast, GeoReo, Facebook Live Video, Google, YouTube. Another one I'm missing.
Amazon.
Yes, Amazon. That's the one. Amazon.
Yeah.
You can find us on Amazon.
Yeah, check us out on all your favorite streaming platforms. Guys, we're going to get this rolling. Thank you for a fantastic 2023. Of course, to a luscious 2024. We've got some great things on the horizon, of course. We're the Podguyz Podcast. I'm Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary here.
Of course, the ever-loving Picasso.
Sparky.
Guys, tune in. Make sure you love it, like it, share it, subscribe, do everything.
Do the things. Do the
things. You know what? It helps us to get everywhere.
Now, it
Share
helps
one.
help yourself out. Do something for yourself this year and download the Podguyz podcast on your Spotify. Pop it in your ear. You're going to have a great time.
True. True.
Make that your New Year's resolution to listen to more of the Podguyz podcast.
2024. Peace out. Bye.